Planet Earth. A fascinating planet since humans first began walking across its surface. Not only because it's our home, but also because it's the only planet we know of where life thrives. For centuries scientists have been searching, and nowadays they are still trying to discover new things we didn't know about our planet. The place where we can find explosive volcanoes, oceans swirling with odd life, and millions of species yet to be discovered. But how much do you know about the planet we call home? Let's find out more about the ground underneath your feet. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10. A lot of us were told during history class that people in the Middle Ages thought Earth was flat, and that Columbus found out that it was in fact not. But years before that, Aristotle and other ancient Greek scholars proposed that the Earth was round. This was based on a number of observations, such as the fact that departing ships not only appeared smaller as they sailed away, but also seemed to sink into the horizon, as one might expect if sailing across a ball. Even though the Earth is indeed round, it's not perfectly round either. Around the equator, the planet bulges a bit as a result of the fact that it rotates about its axis. From the north to the south pole, the Earth's diameter is 7.900 miles. Through the equator, it's 7.926 miles. This means that there's a difference of almost 27 miles. This is about 1/300th the diameter of the Earth. The Earth still appears to be perfectly round since the variation is too tiny to be seen with the human eye in pictures of Earth from space. Melting glaciers are also causing Earth's waistline to spread more, according to recent research from NASA. Number 9. According to the National Ocean Service, an arm of the U.S. Department of Commerce, the oceans holds about 20 million tons worth of gold. Enough gold to give every person on the planet 9 pounds of the precious metal. This gold can be found in the water itself, in tiny particles of approximately 13 billionths of a gram per liter. The issue is extracting the gold from the seawater itself, which is far costlier than mining it. Number 8. Buried 1,000 feet underground, the gypsum pillars in Mexico's appropriately named Cave of Crystals are the largest natural crystals known. Some of the beams in the sweltering cave measure more than 30 feet long. You might think it hard for Earth to hide such a glittering crystalline trove, but the cave was only discovered in 2000, when silver miners accidentally broke through its walls. A similarly magical subterranean treasure, Vietnam's Hang Son Doong Cave, the world's largest, also remained hidden until relatively recently. Spotted in 1991, the cave hosts a lush rainforest, and is big enough for a 747 jumbo jet to comfortably park inside. Number 7. When astronauts first went into space, they looked back at the Earth with human eyes for the very first time and called our home the blue planet. Which is no surprise. 70% of our planet is covered with oceans. The remaining 30% is solid ground, rising above sea level. Only 3% water of the Earth is fresh. 97% is salted. Of that 3%, over 2% is frozen in ice sheets and glaciers. This means less than 1% of freshwater is found in lakes, rivers, and underground. Number 6. While all the other planets in our solar system are named after either a Greek or Roman god, the Earth is in fact not. The name Earth comes from a combination of Old English and Germanic. Number 5. The Moon is not Earth's only companion. There are 2 other bodies orbiting near Earth that are sometimes referred to as moons, though they are not strictly worthy of the title. Discovered in 1986, 3753 Cruthe is an asteroid that orbits the Sun. Since it takes the same amount of time to orbit the Sun as Earth, it looks as if Cruthe is following our planet. Its orbit, when seen from the perspective of Earth, appears bean-shaped. Asteroid 2002 AA29 also orbits the Sun once a year, following a more bizarre horseshoe-shaped path that brings it close to Earth, within about 5.9 million kilometers or 3.7 million miles, every 95 years. Because of its proximity to us, scientists have suggested collecting samples from AA29 and bringing them back to Earth. Number 4. The calm before the storm. It's not just an old wives' tale. Under the right conditions, the calm before the storm really does exist. As a storm draws in warm, moist air, its fuel from the surrounding atmosphere, it leaves a low-pressure area behind. Air is carried up into the storm cloud, and some of it is forced upwards by powerful drafts. These updrafts remove the hot air and push it out over the sides of the highest storm clouds, which can be up to 16 kilometers, 10 miles, high. As the air then descends, it becomes warmer and drier and therefore more stable. It blankets the region below and stabilizes the air contained within, causing people within that region to notice a calm before the storm. Number 3. In the past, sea levels were very different. During this time, glaciers and sheets of ice carved out the basins of the Great Lakes and blocked rivers, diverting the courses of the Mississippi and other rivers in the U.S. So much water was trapped as ice that sea levels dropped by as much as 120 meters, 390 feet. Number 2. Earth's gravity isn't uniform. If Earth were a perfect sphere, its gravitational field would be the same everywhere. But in reality, the planet's surface is bumpy and water flow, ice drift, and the movement of the tectonic plates beneath Earth's crust all change the pull of gravity. These variations are known as gravity anomalies. A mountain range such as the Himalayas causes a positive gravity anomaly. Gravity is stronger there than it would be on a featureless, perfectly smooth planet. Conversely, the presence of ocean trenches, or dips in the land caused by glaciers millennia ago, leads to negative gravity anomalies. NASA's GRACE, Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment, mission, orbiting above us, is mapping Earth's gravitational field in unprecedented. Number 1. Our Sun has a voracious appetite. All stars, like our Sun, age and eventually die. As the Sun exhausts its supply of hydrogen, it will collapse under gravity, ultimately ballooning into a red giant that is 100 times bigger and 2,000 times more luminous, vaporizing Earth in the process. But don't worry, it won't happen for about 5 billion years. One option is to leave the planet before this happens, but that would require yet unimagined technology and a habitable destination. The other possibility is that, over the next few billion years, a passing star could disrupt Earth's orbit and kick it away from the Sun. Scientists have suggested the odds of this are 1 in 100,000, better than winning the lottery. Unfortunately, left without a sun, our descendants would probably end up freezing to death. And with that, we have come to the end of the video. What point did you like the most and was amazed by it? Write it in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you in our next video.